Greetings in Jesus' name. My topic today is entitled The Sin of Unbelief. And my texts are taken from Numbers 13, verses 17 to 33, and Numbers 14, verses 1 to 9. The congregation of Israel was poised to enter the promised land, so spies were sent from each tribe. These spies were to bring a report on the promised land. What amazed me was that God had given them the land. Was there a need to spy on the land? Only the sovereign God knew his plan. Notice first the opportunity, special. These spies brought back word to Moses and to the rest of the congregation. This was an opportunity they were anticipated for some time. God had promised it to them. All they had to do was enter the land and occupy it. God had promised them victory. What could possibly hinder them from taking advantage of such an awesome opportunity? Could anything stand in the way of receiving the promises of God? Secondly, their outlook, small. After all this time, years in the waiting, the exodus from Egypt, the thirst and the hunger, all the traveling, and nothing going to stop them. Wrong. Their outlook was small. We are too small. We can't do it. I pause here to say that these last two statements were true. Thirdly, the opposition, strong. The people who dwelt there were strong. Their giants in stature. Once again, this was true. Please note that Joshua and Caleb didn't deny the giant. Here are some giants that we face today. One, the giant of self. We can excuse our shortcomings and short-sightedness of both of our achievements, abilities, and activities. Two, the giant of sin. What was the root that kept these people from inheriting the promised land? The sin of unbelief. Thirdly, the giant of spinelessness. They lacked courage. They had no guts. They allowed fear to control them. Four, the giant of subversion. There was a subversion of the authority over them, Moses, and ultimately God. Fourth, the omnipotence, sovereign. The most important thing that did not weigh in on their decision was that they forgot all about the omnipotent God. Fifth, their outcome, sad. Since God had already given the land, what was needed on their part was to possess it, knowing they had the omnipotent God with them. Their sin of unbelief kept them out. Only Joshua and Caleb entered the promised land along with those 59 years and younger. Why fear comes to us at times? We must not allow fear to paralyze or control us, because we are serving a sovereign God whose presence, power, and peace are always with us.